So, good morning to you, and we're back in week 2 now, and somewhere where I didn't quite expect to be back to, but here we are in Hampton Court again, and there you can see the bridge over the Thames, which is a beautiful place, as is the castle, palace, which Henry VIII lived in, as I mentioned last week. Now, the reason we're back is because we laid all the kit in Hampton Court Green, which is just over there, and got a call on Saturday that the beautiful gardens, which again you can see as we've got a delightful and lovely lawn here, the product they were planning to put in here wasn't going to work. So you could argue there's a little bit in the organisation and the planning of this that could leave a little bit to be desired. So anyway, we're back and we're putting this in here today, and tomorrow I'm heading to Lee Valley, and this week gets really big because we're sticking about 2,500 panels into Lee Valley and another 2,000 to 3,000 into Wimbledon. So I'll be at Lee Valley, so I'll see what's going on there, and we'll see how we go. But the guy's done pretty well. All the way from Germany, eh? It is about 8 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday, and we're back in a place we've been before, which is Lee Valley. Looking slightly different now, with the Locog London Olympic, can't say that, the Olympic rather than anything else, compound over there. And just over here in the distance you can just about make out the grandstands, the temporary mobile phone masts and some of the tented structures, which is for once again the white water canoeing and that kind of thing. The odd soldier, you can just about see him with his camo walking over. I'm sure he's something to do with G4 not being here. And a couple of interesting features that we've got to be careful of slightly with these power lines. So, good morning. This is install number 2 of a rather much larger parking hub. This field, which you can still see one man and his dog over here running around on, is going to have some 2,500 aluminium panels put on it, which will basically create an area that I think about 88 buses, 170 cars will be traversing it throughout the period of the games. So anyway, it's 5 days of my life, I suppose, or 6 days of my life, and we've got to get something like the equivalent of 15,000 square metres. So to give you an idea, you think of a football pitch, a decent sized football pitch like Wembley Stadium or the Nou Camp or something like that in Barcelona. We're talking about 1.5 times the size of that going on the ground here in the next week or so. So that'll be it. So we've got a little bit of groundworks going on. Not too much happening really at the moment, but that's the first panel starting to go on the ground over there. This time we're working with a different company called Liontrack. Last week we were working with the Germans. But at the same time as we're doing this, we've got another thing pretty much the same size, if not bigger, going into Hampton Park. Hampton Court? Sorry, I got that completely wrong. Wimbledon Park. Wimbledon Park. Right, just realised I wasn't recording before, so anyway, there's enough water around here for the ducks and the geese. As you'll see, we've had enough rain to last a lifetime at Lee Valley, where we're floating. And you can see where we started a few days ago. You can equally see what happens if you don't use any ground protection. We're a little bit slow today because there's my 2 blessed trucks and they're sitting there doing nothing because we haven't got any panels, and there's a logistical thing about when these things arrive from different places. I think the panels we're currently getting are coming in from Farnborough Air Show, which happened last week. Anyway, as you can see, that's about 5 panels wide, and it's running a ways up here now. We actually go behind the trees over here, through the woods, or around the back of them, and you can just about see where the Conway truck is and possibly that little BMW. That's where we end up at the moment, which takes us about halfway around in a couple of days. As I say, we've got lots of lovely little wildlife floating around. There's a few muntjac deer living in the woods, So I think they're a bit peeved about us turning up, but so the geese don't mind you too much. We're walking away now. There we go. Don't know where they're from. They're not Canadian. Something else. Maybe somebody knows. Saturday morning, and I'm just down at Lee Valley. So we're exactly 1 week away now from competition beginning. And just show you a few things. Last week I showed you that bridge, which has got the venue on the other side of it. You can just see the other tents. Bit of a security profile going on now with the police here and their units. Temporary cars, always vital. Some groundworks guys. And here's our road that is now extending and extending, and some of you might have seen the image of a week or two ago when this was all one big green field. We're now probably the best part of 2/3 of the way around. Some almighty big pads we need to build in the middle of that, but they'll come in time. But it's all starting to look good and come together. Yeah, there we go. So it's looking nice today, Saturday morning, and always a bit happier when the sun's out. So I've got to say that this is the best on-site car seat I've ever been in. Unbelievable. We'll just I'll spare you the gory details. This is basically what it's all about. Actually, I did mention earlier on that, and you'll see at the beginning of this video, the first bit of where we are. And when I stand looking at the green field, I'm just effectively standing over here somewhere near these pylons. Just what we have here, you can see all the roadway, and basically what happens is the buses do a big loop all around past the compound there, round the back of these trees, and then they come down here, and we've got like the queuing lanes, which are now built with space for lots and lots of people, and they all hop on at these little stops onto the buses that take them away to wherever they're going. And they have, honestly, they've got the world supply of plastic flooring here on top of the aluminium for people to walk by, and I think the way they've done it is to plan that people actually don't stop, that they keep moving and keep walking rather than standing and queuing at the same time, which I suppose is a sort of thing that Disney try to do when you go to their places. But it is getting a bit massive now. The bridge over here is where you walk into the place itself, so I'm just going to go and have a look and see if we can zip in there and have a look around, see what we can do. Trolling helicopter having a look, and what we're looking at here is the venue. It's a little bit more built up than it was last time we were here. I can't get in to show you an insight look, so we'll just have to have a look from here, but you can see the water that they're going to do. It's not very white at the moment, but it will be, as that's where all the kayaking is going to go on. And what do you know, there's somebody in a canoe over there now just having a look and having a go. But that's pretty much it. That's what we've been working towards, and that's what we're building over here to deal with, as we previously said. Anyway, I'll come back to you when we've finished and see if we can get it all in its full glory. And what do you know, look, a bus. Proves it works. Although he looks like he's getting stuck. Christ, he's got all that stuff to work on, and he can't get around on that. Not something you see every day. Had a heart attack out on the road. That's why this guy's in here. Very unfortunate for someone. Bit of dust coming up. Something you see every day. Oh, won't get too near to them bloody pylons. It's going to land on our trackway, I can't believe it. Going right under the electricity pylons. I don't believe this. Christ almighty. So I just just here's what you have to do with a helicopter pilot. I just wandered over to the guy over there, you can see behind me, and he just come in and landed under the pylons that you might see underneath. And they're 450 kVA, so there's a massive National Grid pylon sitting above us here. And I thought, well, I'd go up to him and talk to him about it. And just said, didn't want to appear naive, but thought I might let you know there was. And he turned around and in a very nonchalant way said, I think I knew about them. And then proceeded to tell me that obviously helicopters aren't earthed because they don't land on the ground, and therefore felt a bit of a plonker about it. But he was a bit smug about it, I've got to say. But anyway, what it appears has happened. There's somebody had a very unfortunate incident not very well out on the road, quite a serious ailment, and therefore air ambulance has landed at the venue, and we'll see what happens when they go. Hopefully they'll be all right. A little bit of extra excitement for the afternoon that we weren't expecting. What we definitely have is a lot of slow, quick, slow. Biggest problem these guys have got is keeping the supply of panels up with the trucks, and we always seem to have these big gaps of people hanging around and nothing going on. I mean, there's a deadline of Friday at midnight, and we've probably still got the best part of 500 panels to stick in. So you don't really like seeing people sitting around and not doing a lot, but that's a little bit the way it is. HIABs and pylons. Never seems a particularly good idea, does it? Now we find out if he's a decent pilot and see if he gets off from under these pylons, There you go, loads of plastic flooring flying around over there. We're now on the last day, and we're on the last afternoon. Things look interesting and fun, and we're having a bit of fun at the moment because we've got ourselves a little toy to play with. You'll get the idea in a minute. Well up in the air, as we are now. It's good to have a toy, just to give you an idea of how high up in the air we are, and it will be the best, but it will give you a little bit of an idea of what we've accomplished here so far. Entrance to the park over there with the BMWs coming in, and the road comes around. 2,000 odd panels, the last 150 to go in tonight. I'm getting too close to those pylons, and here's the access platform for where the buses stop and the people get off. You can see another couple of buses over the other end there. Bit of a nice aerial view, and behind us is the venue where it's all starting to happen. Well, I don't know what time we are now. We're about 3 hours off the very start of at 12 minutes past 8 tonight over in another part of southern England. We're now coming to the end of the install at Lee Valley, which is sort of marks the end of the first phase of this. It's the 27th today, and the opening ceremonies tonight. You'll probably all be watching this on TV. This place doesn't really start until a couple of days' time. I think on Sunday. There's lots of people milling around. It is quite exciting. I really didn't think I was going to get particularly into this, because I've spent a couple of years playing this game and various different routes to the build up to this big event that we're all watching at the moment, and I couldn't get excited about it because I think 3 or 4 years worth of really getting into it all the way through. You get a little bit cynical about things and stuff, but having said that, with this today and the last couple of days, the way it's developing, the amount of people and the buzz that's around this place, I think it's going to be quite exciting. I've got a few people and a few friends who were lucky enough to go and look at some technical rehearsals the other night, so I think what you're going to watch tonight, being the 27th or whatever time of day it is for you, will be, I understand, very spectacular. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll probably do a little bit more from some of the different places we're going to go to in the next few weeks. But right now, after tonight, I'll go home, and then I'm going to Barcelona, and I'm going to spend a couple of days out there on holiday, which I'm really looking forward to. And I might write to you from there and have a chat maybe. If there's anybody in Barcelona who has read this, maybe they might want to get in touch, because I'll be lurking around somewhere near Sitges. So, wow, there's some good news. There's my last but one truck has just turned up. We've been waiting all day for that. So that's really, really good news, because that's our next 100 panels, and you'll see that swarm of trucks go around and start picking stuff off and really start to lay some kit out now. So we've got one more truck to go after this, and then we're all done and dusted and finished. So anyway, that's a fortuitous moment. They said it would be here about this time, and what do you know, for about the first time, it is. Look, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. It might be a little bit of a long one, but I'll try and edit it up, and I'll catch up with you soon. Have a great time. Really enjoy the small sporting event in southern England that I'm not allowed to talk about. As I say, fantastic to be part of it. Hope you enjoy it yourselves. Bye-bye. Last 50 panels, 10 o'clock at night. Opening ceremony going on somewhere else. We're still here. Just shows you really how tight these events are. It all starts tomorrow, and here we are. But anyway, job's done. Nearly.